Gladius the Show. Hidden on a horse property in the north of the valley, an occasional show happens that is best described in their own words as Cirque de Solei meets Mad Max on horses. At Gladius the Show Ranch, they share with us their skill and passion on select occasions during the year. It is one of those, if you know, you know, situations where those in the know seldom miss a show and rave to their friends, but many don't even know it exists. I would like to note that I am in no way associated with Gladius. I am just a content creator enthusiastic about all the diverse things that happen in Las Vegas, especially about the things that the locals know about, but is not always very widely known. In addition to the big show events on the ranch, they also host a variety of experiences. If you are looking for a corporate or private event that's nothing like you've ever experienced before, reach out to the team and they will work with you. The Gladius Ranch itself is just one of those properties where you can just know that it's built from love and passion. Many people don't know about all the horse properties in this area that has been swallowed up between the cookie-cutter housing developments as Las Vegas keep expanding. Long-term locals will be quick to tell you that when they first built the 215, there was nothing but desert and a few ranches north of it. They have a horse-drawn bar, Viking pony rides with the amazing Norwegian fjord horses, yoga, fitness, massage, and if you want some photos that are truly exceptional, they offer a variety of photography options. Reach out to them and they will work with you. The gate opened at 6, the show started at 7, and in the meantime there were some snacks, some hot dogs, and a plate of barbecue for sale, so you can make a night out of it. There's some tables and chairs for you to have your meal, but it is in no way the main attraction. You're welcome to mute me and just enjoy the visuals of the show. Put on some of your favorite musics. Each show is different. It depends on the people available, what is being practiced, and also what the horses are like on the day. But if you want to stay, you can listen as I tell you a bit about the horses and about what you are likely to see. Okay, I'm going to start by telling you a bit about the horses. The biggest one of them all is Thunder. He is 19.1 hands tall. That is very tall. He's a Belgian weighing about 2,500 pounds, but he's described as a delicate little flower. For those of you who don't know horses, Belgians are generally the big horses with the lighter mane and tail. Cayman is a veteran. He's a percheron and teaches all the other horses new tricks. The percherons are the darker horses with the black manes and tails. Xena is the lady horse that you will see with a rider that is lit on fire on her back later during this show. I can't even explain how special a horse she is willing to be that close to fire, and how much trust she must have in her rider. She is described as calm and composed, and I'm in total awe of her. She's also a Percheron, so the darker horse with the black mane and tail. Gaia, Renata, and Aries are Azteca horses. They are white with darker manes and tail. Gaia and Renata female and Aries is the male. Hopefully I don't have to explain to you how to tell Aries apart. But between Renata and Gaia, Gaia is the one with a bit of a darker mane. I am not matching horse descriptions with who you're seeing on the screen. The clips change too quickly, and there are often more than one horse performing at the same time. Freya and Balder are brother and sister Norwegian fjord horses. They're both rescued, and you will see them racing the chariots. They're tan-colored, smaller, and stocky. They are some of the horses you can rent for pony rides for a birthday party for your kids. You can either come to the ranch or they will come to you, and this will be the most epic birthday party your kids will ever experience. The second set of rescued Norwegian fjord horses are Thor and Floki. They were literally saved from a kill pen. It is almost impossible to explain to someone who are not familiar with horses how much work and trust and love and attention it takes to take a horse from such a background and to encourage them to live their best lives, and then to take them beyond just trusting humans to trusting humans enough to perform and shine. Shente is very easy to spot in the show. He's the black miniature stallion. He is known for his endless energy and his mischievous nature, much like many others of his breed. Atlas, Hercules, Apollo, and Titus are all tan with light manes and white blazes all along the front of their faces. While it's difficult to tell them apart in the arena, they each have their own story and their own personality. Atlas is calm and steady. Hercules is still growing and already 19 hands tall. Apollo arrived severely underweight, and he is working to put on some weight and learning all there is to learn. Titus arrived as a baby, and he's the prankster in the group. When I was living in England, some friends had a Shire horse. In the summer, he pulled a wagon with tourists. In the winter, he would get depressed not having any work to do, so I would take him on long rides along the canals. Rides is really not the correct term for it. Sitting on these horses' backs is like sitting on a table. And for someone who was used to riding normal size horses, it was a huge adjustment because your legs just don't go where they usually go on a horse. So speaking as someone who has worked with draft horses in the past, it is really difficult to make them do anything they don't want to do. But if you treat them right and you give them the right type of encouragement, they really want to work. They really want to perform. They really love people. This is what they've been bred to do for generations. They actually truly get sad when they have nothing to do. The show is built around various equestrian disciplines. I did a bit of research so you don't have to. So here are the 4 main disciplines that you will see. Roman riding is standing on and controlling more than one horse at the same time. You will see a fair bit of this during the show. Sometimes just with 2 horses and sometimes with a whole group of horses, all being controlled by a single person. They make it look easy, but the horses don't move in total unison, and they move. So each foot is moving independently while you're standing on the horses, and it takes a vast amount of skill and balance, even before you take into consideration that you also need to control the horses and tell them where to go. Vaulting is the combination of gymnastic and dance on top of a horse. This is actually an international sport. This is not trick riding. Vaulting requires specialized equipment and training for both human and horse. What is not always clear from the sidelines is that the horses are wearing special pads and grip, making it safer for the riders, but also, and even more importantly, making it safer and more comfortable for the horses. I hate that I have to say this, but don't try this at home. Dressage is an Olympic sport. It is often described as the highest level of horse training, with the rider on the horse doing a series of predetermined moves. Fundamentally, it's the linkage of horse and rider, and as such, many other equestrian disciplines use dressage in their training for that interaction between horse and rider. And finally, liberty is a method of training a horse free of traditional constraints. No bridles, no reins, just a deep trust and understanding between horse and trainer. With both the horse and the trainer on the ground, the horse is trained to respond to cues from the trainer. Without any constraints, the horses learn to make their own decision, but they also learn trust. Done well, it is amazing to see the horse's willingness to learn new things and to experiment with what they already know. Oh, I almost forgot about the chariots. You cannot just put any horse in front of a wagon, and you definitely cannot just put any horse in front of a chariot. It takes specialized training. It also takes specialized training to ride a chariot. Chariots generally have no suspension, so every bump feels much bigger than it actually is. One of the most celebrated and astonishing parts of the show is the fire sequence. The vast majority of horses are terrified of fire. This is a totally natural response. So for that horse to be comfortable in weaving in and out between the flames is truly astonishing, and it shows a level of trust between horse and rider. I would also note that there's only one horse out there at this point. That is a very brave and a very trusting horse. Gladius is not just about the horses. This is a totally thought out and choreographed show. In addition to the horses, there are moments where the various equipments are on display, and there are various gymnastic and aerobatic disciplines. I have to admit that I got a little bit caught up with the horses, and I would look over and notice a performance up on top of a piece of equipment. For those wondering, the seating is on bleacher type seating at the center of the arena, and there are also comfortable couches at the far end if you get there early enough. All of this seating is right next to the arena. When the horses come thundering past, you can almost reach out and touch them. Not that you should try. You go home covered in a layer of dust and with the slight smell of horses. After the show is over, you are given an opportunity to meet the horses and the performers. And it was wonderful to see little kids being carefully guided to safely pet huge horses towering over them. Sometimes Vegas feels like all light and tarmac, and it is amazing to experience such an earthy display right here in the city. And still, you get a bit of Vegas showmanship. The show ends with a mass display of horses and riders. That is a ton or more each of horse thundering around the arena, with a final display of both Roman riding and vaulting. I don't think anybody left early, and even after an hour, everybody was still mesmerized by the skills and the simple grandeur of it all. I don't think there's anything comparable available in Vegas, and I say this about a city built on showmanship. The best part is that every show is different. This particular show was the start of their season, and it was on Labor Day. There will also now be shows every Saturday in October to culminate in massive shows on both the 31st of October and the 1st of November. And then there will be Christmas shows in December. If you're watching this after December 2025, you need to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out again when I post about things like this. But you can also just look it up on their website. The locals know, and the locals know that you need to look up Gladius and add a show to your calendar. It is very much worth it.